We schedule the meeting in advance that 3 months from now, 6 months, whenever it is, we're going to have a meeting to decide whether to pivot or persevere. And by that meeting, we will have the data about whether our efforts to tune the engine are working or hitting diminishing returns. And so we have all these concepts in entrepreneurship like product market fit that are very vague. This system allows us to put those concepts on a much more quantitative basis. We can't turn whether to pivot into a formula. I can't tell you what to do. It still relies on human judgment, just like science does. But if we make specific predictions, if we use innovation accounting as our accountability model, then we can be training our judgment to get better over time. To increase the odds of success, we need to figure out how can we pivot sooner. We need to bring our focus to validated learning. If you can get the real story of what actually happened in the early stages of a company, you will find out that successful startup founders do not have better ideas than the failed ones. Contrary to what you see in the movies, most startup founders of successful companies had ludicrously bad ideas at the beginning. And what's amazing about the successful startup founders is not that they just persevered indefinitely, but that they have this funny combination that when they run into difficulty, it's not just that they gave up ship and went home, neither did they persevere the plane straight into the ground. They do this thing we call the pivot. By analogy to basketball, one foot firmly rooted in what we've learned, changing one other thing about the business at a time. And the premise of the lean startup is as follows. If we can reduce the time between pivots, we can increase our odds of success before we run out of money.